Hey, konnichiwa, minasan. It's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. Long time no see. How are you doing? I'm much better now. I've had a week of sickness, but I've got over it. I caught it off Mrs. W, so what can you do about that? I thought my immune system was strong and I thought I'd got away with it, but it came on. But never mind. You don't want to hear about me. I'm starting to sound like Jim from Weird Science Comics.
How dare you!
So let's talk about the picks of the week from last week. Now, I've got to say, there weren't many comics that stood out for me last week. I don't know about you. And as always, do let me know in the comments what you enjoyed. And I'd love to hear any shout outs, anything I've not read which you think is really good. But let's start with a surprise. A surprise because it's a Tom King comic. I know, right? Yeah. I used to like Tom King back when he was writing The Vision. And then after Batman, I kind of lost interest. But speaking of Batman, this has been a surprise for me. And if you can get past the ridiculous amount of wingdings, which drive me effing crazy, there is actually a good story in here. It's The Penguin, issue 6. Came out on Jan 23rd, priced $3.99. Another surprise. And the art is by Steven Subic, whose art I really enjoyed on the Riddler Year 1. You know, the comic book that kind of gave Paul Dano's character's backstory. Paul Dano wrote that as well. So yeah, I would give this a recommend. I would shout it out. It's doing a kind of, I don't know about a year 1 of the Penguin, but it's going back to the Penguin's past, supposedly when he first met Batman. And yeah, as I say, apart from the annoying wingdings, which do pull me out of the story at times, the story is pretty good. But you shouldn't have to fight to get through it, should you? I don't know what Tom King's doing. Either put the curse words in or just take them out completely. Come on. Okay, that's the first one. My next recommendation is another DC Comics book. This is going to surprise you as well. Believe it or not, it is Ram V's Detective Comics, issue 1081, so 1081. I mainly enjoy this because of the art. The art is gorgeous in here. You've got to see it. It's by an artist called Stefano Raffaele, and it has a real almost crayon or pencil crayony look to it. Very fantasy style. Very dreamscapey, almost a fever dream style to it. I do recommend this. Batman's worst fears become real, says the synopsis. Spirited away from a city that believes him dead, Batman has been brought far from Gotham and deposited in a desert island. There we go. So yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit, out there, but I do like that. And there's a character that comes back in this from the old Grant Morrison Batman run, which I was kind of not happy to see him, but yeah, pleasantly surprised, shall we say. So this is called Elegy of Sand, and it's part 1 of I don't know how many. But we're getting towards the end of Ram V's run, and I hear a lot of people cheering out there. But I do often see like good reviews, and even though it is a plodding narrative, it's pretty well written, although he does use some fancy, highfalutin language at times, doesn't he? What is next? Maybe this can get the award for the most interesting title of last week. Dear Editor. And it's deer as in the animal, not Dear John. Dear Editor issue 1 from Mad Cave Studios. Again, that was out last Wednesday, Jan 24th. Priced at $4.99 this. It was okay. It was hyped, but to me it was a bit of a letdown. Written by Ryan K. Lindsay, and it's got art by Sami Kivela. Nice. It's basically a pulpy noir, hardboiled detective story where the main character is a deer journalist who, yeah, it is exactly what it says on the tin. It's a human-looking body with a deer head. There we go. And he gets angry if you say he's horny because these are not horns, these are antlers. But yeah, it was a bit slow. It was a bit of a plod to get through. And it's just a kind of standard hard-boiled detective story with a deer as a main character. No Usagi Yojimbo's in there though, but anyway. Okay, next, a few shout outs of ones I read but I don't really recommend. Spawn, 349, it was okay. Just kind of carried on the stretched out story. No one's on the throne of hell yet. God knows if anyone ever will be. But it does lead up to the big 350, Spawn 350, coming out at the end of this month I think. Or it could be the beginning of next month. But yeah, not really a recommend unless you're a die-hard fan. For a Marvel recommendation, I would go for this, and this might again surprise people because I've not really been reading it, but I tried it because of writer Ben Percy, and the cover was pretty awesome. This is X-Force issue 48, Target Beast. It's a new storyline. Target Beast begins here. He was their mission commander, now he's their mission. At last, X-Force takes the fight to Henry McCoy, aka Beast, and he will answer for his crimes. Now, I'm completely out of this continuity. I have no idea what's been going on. I jumped in here and there. I thought Beast had turned into a villain, but there is a villain version of Beast, but there's also the original Beast kind of comes back into this. And it was good. It was good to get the dialogue. It was quite fun. It's light-hearted, a bit of a laughy issue at times. As people were saying in the reviews, like, I'm glad they're trying to bring the old Beast again, but I hate the idea of a Beast clone. So there we go. We've got clone action going on in this. Somebody else saying, finally we get a glimpse of the old Beast because the current Beast has gone off the deep end. There we go. But I think people are sick of the Krakoan age. They want to get out. They want a big revamp, a relaunch. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, out of the Marvel comics this week, it's hard for me to pick out recommendations. I really struggled to find any. So one other one I will shout out is Star Wars Thrawn Alliances, issue 1. Co-written by Timothy Zahn with Jody Houser. There you go. So I think Jody Houser is the main writer, but maybe consulting with Timothy Zahn. The synopsis says, return to the saga of Thrawn with this comic book adaptation of Thrawn Alliances. Okay, so it's an adaptation of the novel, is it? Gotcha. Watch as Andrea DeVito and Pat Olife bring the action to life, showcasing the tactical prowess of the galaxy's most dangerous mind. Yeah, it was okay. It was an okay read. It's like a 3 stars out of 5, maybe a 6.5 out of 10. Some good art at times. Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, a young Thrawn in here. It kind of moves around in time, but it was okay without being anything special. For the other Marvel releases, I didn't read Gods. I'm out of that. Superior Spider-Man, not interested. What else was there? The Punisher issue 3, I did read this, but it's its own thing. I think it's finishing next issue. So who knew? It was a 4-issue mini. It wasn't meant to be, as far as I know. It was meant to be an ongoing series, but David Pepose hasn't really captured people's hearts with this completely random, new character, an old S.H.I.E.L.D. agent. Bring back Frank is what everyone's saying. Having a quick scope at the reviews. There's only 3 reviews I can see here. 3 out of 5, yeah. Not good, but I'll get the final issue next month, somebody says. So yeah, it's just why? Why do this? Why try and introduce a new character? The man is different, the mission remains the same. The art was pretty good though.
Are you an assassin? I'm a soldier. You're an errand boy.
So there we go for the recommendations for Gray's picks of the week from last week. Let's have a look to what's coming out this coming week. Listed as January 31st, which will be Tuesday. Here we go. What I've done is I've marked the comics I want to read. And I've got some on my pull list here as well. But the first one I want to read is The Incredible Hulk, issue 8. Phil Kennedy Johnson is writing that. Let's have a look who the artist is. It's the conclusion of Hulk's throwdown with World War II Ghost Rider and the War Devils. We have Nick Klein. Okay, good. Nick Klein's on the art there. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing how that turns out. I've been enjoying it. Great cover there. Enjoying the kind of pulpy horror, the old style, Hellboy style horror, almost X-Files at times, feel of this book. Again, this is not in any order of importance or of want, but the next one is Kingspawn, issue 30, mainly for this cover. Look at this. We've got Sam and Twitch on the cover. Whether that means they'll be inside, well, I highly doubt it. They won't, will they? But yeah, I do like the cover. I'm hoping we might get some pulpy, hard-boiled noir detective action, but probably not. Probably get more stretching out the story. Let's see what the synopsis says, but these usually don't mean much anyway. Spawn, guided by a mysterious figure, continues his journey, what a surprise, through hell towards the vacant throne. Unfortunately, he may be too late, and unfortunately, everybody may not even care anymore. So there we go. But I will give it a shot. I want to read it and see what's going on with Spawn. This next one I am excited for because I loved issue 1. It was a real surprise for me. We've got Image Comics bringing out Duke issue 2. The G.I. Joe saga continues, or I should say codename G.I. Joe continues. Written by Joshua Williamson, art by Tom Riley. Great cover there. Conrad Hauser, aka Duke, is on the run from the very government he trusted. Trust no one. Investigating secrets that may be more than meets the eye. Now he's about to meet the last person any G.I. Joe fan ever expected. They're really hyping this up, aren't they? But yeah, I mean, issue 1 was a cracker, so this is a real anticipated issue. Looking forward to reading it. Can't wait. Quite a few variant covers there, but I'm not going to go through those. Just like this main one. This is pretty cool. Okay, what's next? And again, don't forget, these are my picks, so if I'm missing any that you're going to be picking up, do let me know in comments. Let me know what you're looking forward to. On the second row from leagueofcomicgeeks.com, we have quite a few issues, but the only one that I'm looking forward to, I'm pulling, is Batman Off-World issue 3. That comes out and it's priced at $3.99, so great to hear. Not a $4.99 DC comic book, amazing, right? Jason Aaron writing, of course, Doug Monk on the art. It's been a lot of fun, this. It's been sci-fi, a little bit pulpy fun. The Bat Odyssey continues. Batman and his new deep space allies take the fight directly to the War Storm, a spaceship the size of a city, filled with highly trained alien killing machines. Good grief. Can the young Batman complete his brutal can't even say it. Can young Batman complete his brutal interstellar quest? Or do other cosmic threats lie in wait? Don't forget, this is a kind of out of time. It's around the time of year 2, as far as I know. So it's a young Batman. He's just getting used to being Batman, basically. And he's off-world, as it says in the title. There we go.
Job's a good one.
Main cover here, and there's a variant by Christian Ward. Ooh, nice use of pinks and purples there. Shout out to Eric O'Sullivan. And an Alan Qua cardstock variant. What do you think? Do you like those? The Doug Monk cover's really good. Look at that black and white variant, yeah. But I like this, the main cover. Look at this, it's pretty awesome. Come on, it's like an album cover from a metal band or something.
It's better to burn out than to fade away.
Okay, let's go down to row 3. Here we go. Gray, have you got anything marked to want to read? No, sorry I don't. I might have been interested in the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu if it was actually Shang-Chi, from the 70s, but it isn't. There's a Trinity special issue on there, but sorry, not interested. Go down to the next row. Here we go. Come on, there must be something. And again, that's a pass. Nothing jumps out. Let's go down to the next row down. There must be something else. I'm sure I've marked an indie comic a bit further down to read, but the further down we get, the less confident I am. I'm not reading this, but that Maniac of New York cover caught my eye because of the samurai armour on the front there. What do you think? Anyone reading this? It's really hard to get. I can't get it in Japan, of course, and I've not even been able to get digital copies, so there we go. Heard mixed things, but yeah, pretty cool cover. Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, Fatal Exams issue 5 cover catches Gray's eye for some reason. Goodness knows why. But yeah, nothing. No, I think I've made a mistake. There's nothing else that I'm looking forward to. Nothing else I've marked to pick out. I'll just scroll down for you to have a look as we get near the end. Anything for you? Anything for you? No. Ooh, Captain Scarlet, look at that. That's a blast from the past. Spectrum, The Worlds of Jerry Anderson, issue 2. Captain Scarlet! Wow. Is it the Terrorhawks there as well? And something else, I don't know what it is. Did you ever get that in the States? New Captain Scarlet. We've also got Space Precinct, Terrorhawks, as I mentioned. And I probably missed one, but there. Yeah, wow, that does take me back. The Spectrum Anthology. Steve Pugh is a cover artist. That's why it's pretty cool. Okay, that's been it. So not much to look forward to, but of course Duke is a big one. I can't wait to read that, issue 2. Hoping it's going to be good. Looking forward to some Batman off-world action, and then we'll see how the rest pan out. Hopefully King Spawn does have Sam and Twitch, but yeah, we'll soon find out. So as always, thank you so much for watching and for listening this far. Do drop comments in the comment section. Let me know what I might have missed. If you've got anything to shout out, please let me know, because I'm always up for a good read. indie, Marvel, DC, anything. And I hope to see you in a future video. This has been almost Genki, not quite Genki Grey, from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the night. Mata ne!